Alrighty guys, we are going to go through and do the 9.1 active reader today. It's 6 questions and you guys have been doing these for a while now. So there's 2 paragraphs you have to read, and these 2 paragraphs are going to help you answer all of the questions. So I put it up here in question 1 just because that seemed like the easiest place to put it, that would be most accessible to you. So I'm going to read those 2 paragraphs first and then we'll go through our questions. Mendel concluded that paired factors separate during the formation of reproductive cells. This means that each reproductive cell or gamete receives only one factor of each pair. When 2 gametes combine during fertilization, the offspring have 2 factors controlling a specific trait. The law of segregation states that a pair of factors is segregated or separated during the formation of gametes. Mendel also crossed plants that differed in 2 characteristics, such as flower color and seed color. The data from these more complex crosses shows that traits produced by dominant factors do not necessarily appear together. A green seed pod produced by a dominant factor could appear in a white flowering pea plant. Mendel concluded that the factors for different characteristics are not connected. The law of independent assortment states that factors separate independently of one another during the formation of gametes. So during the formation of reproductive cells, paired factors, they either stick together or separate. And these answers do go through pretty much right in order. So let's start up here. Mendel concluded that paired factors separate during the formation of reproductive cells, which is basically our question here, just reworded a little bit. So they separate. Because of this separation, each gamete receives. So this means that each reproductive cell or gamete receives only one factor from each pair. So one factor. Offspring have 2 factors controlling a specific trait because gametes combine during what? When 2 gametes combine during fertilization, they're going to end up with 2 pairs, or 2 genes rather. The law of segregation states that a pair of factors is segregated during the formation of gametes. Factors separate independently of one another or both of these. So if we go back up to the law of segregation, states that a pair of factors is segregated or separated during the formation of gametes. So I'm going to go with the first one here. They're segregated during the formation of gametes. Traits produced by dominant factors do not necessarily appear So the data from these more complex crosses shows that traits produced by dominant factors do not necessarily appear together. And the last one, the fact that a green seed pod could appear in a white flowering pea plant supports and that whole bit was talking about the law of independent assortment here. A green pea pod produced by a dominant factor could appear in a white flowering pea plant. Mendel concluded that the factors for different characteristics are not connected. And that's what his law of independent assortment stated. So we're going to go with that one here. A theory of fertilization does not exist. There is no such thing. And that's it for this quick assignment. I will talk to you guys again tomorrow.